Do you go in cold to important presentations, hoping that it works out? Do you agonize over your scripts and PowerPoints the hours before, the night before, going over it over and over and over again, hoping, oh, to God, that you're just going to remember every single thing and it's going to be perfect? You need a speaker's warm up routine. Now, what is a speaker's warm up routine is maybe a question in your mind, but also, why do I need a speaker's warm up routine? I just want to get through this and I just want to be more confident. I hear you, and that's why I've taken time to organize the 5 reasons why you need a speaker's warm up routine so you can understand what would really matter to be at your best, to build authentic confidence, and to build that personal branding of your visibility, that people see you as the leader and expert that you are. Wouldn't that be awesome? Well, it takes a speaker's warm up routine. Let me tell you why. A warm up routine for speakers is a combination of exercises and practices that you do to warm up your body, your physical body, because your physical body is the instrument of your message, to warm up your mind, because you have to think very clearly in order to find those good thoughts, to warm up your voice, because of course that is more than anything the instrument of your message, and to warm up your overall energy so that you're at a higher energy state than every day, which brings me to our first reason why you need a warm-up routine. You need a warm-up routine because you must be higher energy than your audience in order to hold their attention. You must be higher energy. In fact, I recommend that you're 5 to 10% higher energy than your audience, even if it's one other person, even if it's a virtual audience that you can't see and that will watch the video later, like this video. How can you be 5 to 10% higher energy? Well, that's a shift from everyday mode to speaker mode, from casual in my slippers in my home office mode to I'm on and ready to give my best. So a speaker warm-up routine helps you make that shift. The second reason that you need a warm-up routine is that speaking, communication, is always a live experience, even if I'm recording it. So I'm recording right now into my camera, and it's still a live experience. I'm here, a live human being, and that means I'm full of unknowns. Sorry, we want to control every variable, but the reality of being human is that there are so many unknowns. And so when it comes to public speaking and important high stakes communication moments, there's no way you can know exactly what will happen or plan for it. You've got to be at your best to be able to roll with the punches, to be able to respond. So that also takes a shift in your state of being, to be at that more flexible, ready, poised state. The third and really important reason why you need a warm-up routine as a speaker is that public speaking fears are the number one fears, at least when there were studies done in America. So probably for you, you have some fears around getting up there in the spotlight. It's totally normal. Everybody has them to a certain extent. Now, your nerves are gonna show. But the thing is that your nerves are not a conscious choice, right? They are coming from an unconscious automatic response, which I'm going to talk about more in a moment. But the point here is that you need a warm-up routine because you are going to be nervous. Just expect it. And your nervousness has nothing to do with the script. It has to do with your state of being. It has to do with your body's reactions of shakiness and sweatiness and getting tight and shallow breathing, etc. It's a very physical thing. It has to do with the emotional response. That is not a cognitive thing by any means. It has to do with racing thoughts that are flowing all over the place. These are symptoms of nervousness, and a warm-up routine can shift this really quickly. It can totally dissolve those nerves, actually, if you're able to do the exercises that work for you, the practices that work for you. Building on the last reason, the next reason you need a warm-up routine as a speaker is that all those nerves, all that performance anxiety is an unconscious response to feeling unsafe. Let me explain. This is how your nervous system works. It's going to be pseudoscience really quick. That your nervous system gets triggered by something that feels unsafe and goes into survival mode, just like a tiger being, like a zebra being attacked by a tiger on the savannah. Okay, so your nervous system is in survival mode, and that means you have three choices. The first of the choices is you're going to fight back, fight, fight, fight. As a speaker, that means you're going to get dominance, you're going to speak louder. Most people don't do that. Most people go into the next option, which is flight. Flight shows up with speaking in like sort of subtly going away with your whole presence and, and running away. Or maybe you talk really fast. There's lots of ways that you might be trying to flee the situation. But most of us go into freeze response, which is when the whole nervous system shuts down. There's the most amount of stress on you, cortisol and adrenaline and everything. And you get rigid and tight. You feel disassociated. Your eyes are blurry. You can barely breathe. Maybe you relate. So again, your warm-up routine is going to be able to get you into a state of safety within yourself, a sense of solidity and centeredness that you can trust yourself to roll with the punches, like I said before, deal with whatever comes up and build that new muscle memory with your nervous system that you can handle. You can handle this. You can handle the pressure. And the last reason that you need a speaker's warm-up routine is a really important one. It's the foundation of any public speaking training, that your body speaks louder than your words. There's so many great studies out there about this. The general overview of that is that your nonverbal communication is 93% of what an audience is responding to, which means that just 7% is the words that you say. 93%, that's a lot, right? That's a lot. So when you're nervous, for example, it's going to come through in your body language. When you are feeling a little unsteady, it's going to come through in your voice, and maybe your voice will sound different. It's going to come through in your nonverbal communication somehow. And beyond that, like I said earlier, your body and your voice are the instruments of your message. Your script is its own thing. It's just 7%, but your body and your voice are the instrument. So your warm-up routine is going to train your body and your voice to really know how to express your message. And that's what's going to impact your audience more than anything. These are the 5 reasons that you need a speaker's warm-up routine. So how do you get a speaker's warm-up routine? Well, you can join one of my mini courses to learn more about what to put into a speaker's warm-up routine. You can join one of my programs and build your own personalized speaker warm-up routine. And I'll be doing more videos throughout the year. Look out for them with elements to include in your speaker's warm-up routine.